This is a tomato picking machine. Here is another type of mechanical picker. And here is yet another. There are several manufacturers of tomato picking machines, each machine somewhat different from another. Although the picking is done mechanically, most of the sorting must be done by hand. Now, while there are different kinds of machines, the sorting operation is just about the same on each. The main requirement for sorting is that you have good vision and dexterity. You must not be colorblind. When you report for work, your field foreman or supervisor will give you instructions about what to look for in sorting tomatoes. He will want your name and Social Security number for payroll purposes. He will show you where to park your car, the toilet facilities, and where to get a drink of water. Since hot weather brings the tomatoes to ripeness quickly, many growers work 2 shifts of sorters. The day crew may begin as early as 5:30 or 6 in the morning, and the night crew may work from 9 to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. The work is tedious, tiring and hard, and often dusty. Most machines are shaded, but some, such as this one, are not. You should wear a broad-brimmed hat, sturdy shoes, since you will be on your feet most of the time. Long pants, not shorts, to protect against dust and insect bites. Notice that some of the sorters also prefer to wear rubber or cotton gloves to protect their hands. Be careful when getting on or off the machine. Use the handrails and be sure the machine is fully stopped. Use the handrails when the machine turns. Most turns won't be this rough, but hold on. Sorting belts, chains, and other moving parts can also be dangerous. Stay alert. Carelessness can cause serious injury. A row of tomatoes looks like this before it is picked. The ripe red tomatoes will be taken to the cannery for processing. The green, overripe, or damaged tomatoes will be culled or discarded by the sorting crews. The tomato vines are cut by the machine as it travels down the row. This is done by a cutting bar on some machines, or by 2 rotating discs, as shown here. The fruit-laden vines are taken up into the machine along a slotted chain. The fruit is separated from the vine by a shaking action and drops to a conveyor that takes it to the sorting belt. The vines are discharged out the back of the machine after the fruit has been removed. Separated tomatoes end up on sorting belts on either side of the machine. Some machines also have sorting belts across the front. Sorting consists of discarding unwanted or unacceptable tomatoes or culls. Your supervisor will give you specific advice on what to cull from the sorting belt. The speed of the belt can be regulated as needed. Here are examples of some bad fruit that should usually be culled. These tomatoes are overripe and will not stand shipment to the cannery. They should be thrown out. Excessive rot on a tomato means it should be thrown away. Sun scald makes tomatoes unacceptable. Fruit with worm or insect damage should be culled. Green tomatoes will not be accepted for processing. Canning tomatoes should be a full red ripe color. Tomatoes that have been frozen or shriveled should be discarded by the sorter. You have just seen a few examples of tomatoes that should be culled by sorters on the machine. They are thrown off the belt and left in the field. But remember, your supervisor will tell you specifically what to cull and what to leave. It is unusual to find all of the defects you have just seen in the same field. Here is a sorter's view of the sorting belt. These busy hands are discarding tomatoes that will not meet the inspector's grading requirements. Let's take a close look at the sorting operation. Several sorters work side by side on each belt on the machine. Good sorting means using both hands and moving quickly. Using both hands and picking 2 fruits per hand increases output greatly. Flip or throw discarded fruit a short distance. On this machine, culls may be dropped down a cull chute beyond the sorting belt. Where there is a choice, discard large culls first. Loads of tomatoes are graded by weight, and 1 large cull may weigh as much as 2 or 3 smaller fruits. When the tomatoes reach the end of the sorting belt, they are deposited on another belt, which conveys them up an elevator. The elevator empties the fruit into bins on trailers put alongside of the machine by tractors. When the bins are full, they look like this. When 1 trailer load of bins has been filled, another tractor and trailer pulls up to take its place. Full bins are taken out of the field and loaded on trucks with forklifts. The big trucks take the bins to the cannery, but first must stop at state tomato inspection stations en route. Here, random bins are taken off the truck for sampling. A sampling cage is lowered into the bin, and a sample taken by the state inspector. The sample is then graded to determine whether or not it meets the quality standards set for tomato processing. If the sorters on the machine have not done a good job, the entire load may be rejected and must go back to the ranch. To review the sorting operations, remember your supervisor will give you specific information on what to look for. Remove all dirt clods and green fruit. Some basic defects are excessive mold, worm or insect damage, rot or overripe fruit, sunburned or scald tomatoes. Remember to dress comfortably for work. Wear long pants, long sleeve shirt, sturdy shoes, and a hat. Your best source of information on sorting is your crew supervisor. Good money can be earned sorting machine-harvested tomatoes. If you are interested in this activity, contact your nearest farm labor office.